Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. So today I wanted to have a bit of a play with alcohol inks, and I want to use some black paper for playing with my alcohol inks because I actually picked up some alcohol pearls and I want to play with them on the black paper. So I've got all of those out. I don't have all of the pearl colors, but I have a bunch, so we're going to give those a play. The paper I'm using is the Ranger Tim Holtz alcohol ink cardstock in black. I have never played with it. I don't even know how long ago I bought this. It's been sitting in my stash forever. Couple things, tools, stuff that I've got out. I'm going to go through that and then we'll get started playing. I have got rubbing alcohol, or as it's more properly known, isopropyl alcohol, 91% in a little needle-tipped bottle, and a mister. I've also got out my alcohol blending solution, and this is like the old packaging. This is what it looks like now. Tip regarding this, there is resin in the blending solution, so you do not want to put it in a mister because the resin will cause it to stick to whatever it hits. So if you inhale it, it will stick inside your lungs. So that's my cautionary warning. Do not use alcohol blending solution in a mister. Isopropyl alcohol, you can. Blending solution, no. I also have the Tim Holtz blower, and before this I was using like a nasal aspirator, you know, the little things they use suck snot out of the nose of children. It works, it's just harder to use, and I found this is so much easier to use. I also picked up, this is an airbrush for doing like makeup, and it's great. I like using it for playing with my alcohol inks. I also gave the roll brush hairdryer a try. I picked one of those up because I'd seen people using those in YouTube videos, and I did not like it at all. It was too much air blowing. I think if I was doing like big pieces, that would work well, but for card sized pieces, not so much. Another thing that I picked up and that I really like that I saw Tim Holtz using is, this is for mixing up nail polish, or I think like paints for like model airplanes and things like that. And it's great for mixing up because with the alcohol pearls, you've got to mix it up. Can you hear that? There's a little metal ball in there rattling around, because it will separate out the pearl part from the alcohol inky part. So you want to mix them up good before you use them. If you don't have alcohol pearls, if you have the alcohol Snowcap pearl mixative, or yes, pearl mixative, you can use that with your regular alcohol inks on the black, and we may try one or two with doing that. You could also use this with the pearls. And I think that's everything. So I'm going to start by putting a little bit of the blending solution on my paper. And so again, with the pearls, you have to use blending solution to get them to adhere to your paper. So I'm just going to put some of that on the paper, but then you can use the isopropyl alcohol to mix things up. And I'm going to start with Celestial. Just give it another mix. Put a few drops down. Whoa, that was apparently clogged and went all over the place. Let's try some mineral. Don't worry, I'll clean that up with something. And then you can take your blower and blow it around. And yeah, got a whole bunch on the side there. And I can add in my isopropyl alcohol to help with this process. So yeah, you just need to start with some blending solution to ensure it adheres to your paper. Let's see, what other color do I want to pull in? Let's get some Smolder. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of the blending solution in a few spots I didn't get, just to make sure we adhere. And that was just a little bit more of the Celestial. Let's lift that up. That's kind of cool looking. All right, I'm gonna get a piece of Yupo and clean that up onto. And actually, this isn't Yupo, this is the other stuff I found on Amazon that I really liked for playing with alcohol inks. I'm just gonna use this kind of as a cleanup since I splooged ink everywhere. Trying to think if I want to add any other color in there. I'm going to try adding a little intense. All right, I'm gonna set that one aside. Let's pull out another piece of paper and let me clean that up. All right, so got another piece out. Let's kind of swirl around some of that. And let's add, this is Intrigue. And some Tranquil. I'm going to show you with my little blowing tool. Add Smolder again. I'm just gonna put a dot of the, just in case I got it in spots it's not gonna stay. And we're gonna blow that around. Let's see, I'm gonna pull in I think I'm gonna now add some silver mixative. And see what happens when we do that. You'll notice over the silver mixative, we're getting a little bit more intense color. So let's kind of mix them together to get kind of that purple color we've been getting along in here. Thinking I probably should replace my silver mixative because it's really old and it's coming out a little clumpy. So there is another background, and I kind of like playing on the black. What I want to try next maybe is pulling out the pearl and using that with some regular alcohol inks. All right, so again, I'm gonna do this in a smaller section this time. We're gonna lay down our blending solution. I'm gonna lay down my Snowcap. Then I'm gonna do a dot of, that's purple Twilight, and Vineyard, and some citrus. Let's see how we like that color combo. Ooh, I think I might like this. Now anywhere I see kind of like a hard line that I don't want, I can come in with my alcohol, add that, and kind of blend it out with the blower or with the airbrush. Let's see, let's go with some purple Twilight over here. See, and you can see where it is, where there's no pearl mixative, you lose the color altogether. I think I'm going to put a dot of pearl in there. So I'm pretty much just going around, blowing it out in different directions. And again, if there's no pearl, you lose your color. And that's because the alcohol inks are translucent. So you put something translucent on black, you're not going to see it. Right, and let's do a little section here. I'm kind of doing a swoosh across. Now, mostly on this sticking with using the blower because I can talk over that, where the whatchamacallit's a little noisier. I lost my green in here, so I'm gonna add more in and move it around. So yeah, if you don't have the pearls, you can absolutely do this technique on the black using the Snowcap and whatever colors you have. Let's do one more. All right, so I have grabbed Smudge, Gravel, Flannel, Mushroom, Monsoon, and Bayou. All right, let's start by putting the blending solution kind of all over. I think I'm going to try doing a smoosh again, or swoosh. And I'm going to start by just kind of adding the white on. And Now let's start with our colors. This is Flannel. Which is kind of a gray, so not showing up too much, but just kind of wanted to play and see what happened if I use these colors on the black. That was mushroom that I added. Now let's add one of the blues. That was Bayou, I think. Yes. Let's go gravel. Now some smudge. Just love the name of that, smudge. That little bit's not moving. Let's see if I can get it to move better with that. Nope, not at all. That edge is being stubborn right here. Let's try adding a little Monsoon on there and see if I can get it to move that way. Because I would like that to feather out a little bit more instead of being such a hard edge. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, I am gonna start again, add a little flannel over here. A little bit of mushroom over here. Bayou over here and over there. Some gravel. Some smudge. A little alcohol, some Monsoon, I think I want some Bayou here and there. Do a drop of mushroom on our edge there. I think a drop of Monsoon over here. A little bit of alcohol. So yeah, I'm just kind of playing around, and I'll stop when I like it. I think maybe some Bayou over here. Hard lines over here I'm not loving, so we're just going to add a little alcohol and kind of blow it around until it's less of a hard line. Let's see. I feel like I may want a little bit more here, so I'll add some Snowcap, and let's go with gravel. Alright, I'm going to do another drop of Snowcap, a drop of Bayou, and see what happens. Let's see, I'm just taking a look. I kind of like how that came out. Yeah, I think we're gonna call that one done. All right, so one quick tip for cleanup: you're gonna want to wipe off the edges of the bottles because otherwise they get kind of gunky, and then you have to go in with isopropyl alcohol and clean them off. And you also run the risk of getting like chunks on your project when you open them up if you haven't cleaned them off. Trust me, I know this because I've done that on more than one occasion. Because like, woo, if you look at my Monsoon, this is not something I always think to do, and so the bottle gets gunky and it's not good. So there. So let's see, that and that we did with our pearls. And these we did with the pearl mixative and our alcohol inks. So there you go. It's a bit of fun playing with alcohol inks on black paper. And I definitely am going to have to buy myself some more black paper to play around with because I really do kind of like the look of these guys. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.